Me now, Betsy Brantner-Smith, spokesperson for the National Police Association. Also joining us, Steve Rogers, retired U.S. military intelligence officer. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Betsy, no one is safe in Biden's America, not even the illegals who are being trafficked in record numbers. Polk County, Florida, 230 people were arrested, 13 victims rescued in a massive sex trafficking ring. And the sheriff there, the Polk County sheriff, guess what he blamed? The wide open border. What do you think?
Well, as I sit here again, 80 miles from the southern border, we see it every day here in the Tucson sector where 44% of the illegals are coming through. And we are seeing the women and the children who are trafficked. You know what the good news is, Lydia? Crime's down in Venezuela 20% because they're coming here. And now we're seeing, like what happened to Lake and Riley, we see that the suspect that murdered her is part of a Venezuelan gang. We're seeing Venezuelan crime up thousands of percent in, for example, my native Chicago. No one is safe. And now we have these blue city mayors and blue governors like Kathy Hochul who are going to bring in the National Guard. And Kathy Hochul says she just wants this to be kind of a visual deterrent. We need more than just a visual deterrent.
It's such a joke because on the very same day, the mayor of New York City, he tweeted out that it's the safest big city in America. And then, of course, Hochul, Steve, she seems to have made matters worse in New York City. Take a listen.
I'm redeploying nearly 1,000 members of the New York State Police, MTA Police, and MTA National Guard to conduct bag checks in the city's busiest transit stations.
Yeah, I mean, she refuses to acknowledge and reform bail reform, which means almost no one is held on bail unless they murder someone. I mean, she doesn't get it. If you want crime to go down, how about keeping the bad guys and girls behind bars where they belong? What do you think, Steve?
Look, the deployment of combat-trained troops, make no mistake about it, these are combat-trained troops into the subway system is useless. It's senseless and it's worthless. Who's in command and control here? What are the rules of engagement, my goodness? The fact of the matter is, and you just mentioned bail reform, give the cops the tools they need to do their job. They did it well a long time ago, and you're going to see crime get reduced rapidly. The Democrats, under the leadership of Joe Biden, has destroyed law enforcement in this country. And there's no way that the people of America are going to believe that the crime rate is down, as he stated last night in the State of the Union. The crime rate is up, and it's much, much higher than we're being told because people are no longer reporting crimes because they know nothing is going to happen to these criminals. So the fact of the matter is, you want a solution, just give the cops back the tools that they had years ago, and you'll see a reduction in crime. But combat troops, for goodness sakes, it's ridiculous, and like I said, worthless, senseless, and useless. Smoke and mirrors.
And they cherry pick those statistics. Betsy, I want to show you this video real quick. It just came into our newsroom of a girl on her way to school in New York City. She is being beat down. Look at this. It's incredible, by a group of young men beating her down. Biden's America, it's not safe anymore. People don't realize it. And it's always young women. It's always children. They are the most innocent of all victims. When's it going to end? When are people going to wake up that Democrat policies, they only destroy cities, not fix them?
You know, and Lydia, the young men that beat her up bragged to her that nothing would happen to them and nothing would happen if she reported. She'd been undergoing this bullying for weeks. And you know what? No one stepped in on that subway car either, because what happens when good citizens step in, like Daniel Penny, they get arrested. You know, 2024, I think, is going to show that most Americans, who, by the way, don't commit crime, most Americans aren't criminals, that most Americans are weary of this, and they're going to show us that at the ballot box because they want cops and district attorneys to do their jobs, just like Steve said.
Steve, 20 seconds to you real quick.
Lydia, you said quite often, Biden's America, you're right, but it's going to become the people's America. And if you want to back the police, not just in word, but in deed, get rid of these people, get them out of office, and put people in office that will truly back the police by reforming not just bail, get rid of that, but reforming the laws that will help police do their job.
All right. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us. All right.
Thank you.
All right.